Welcome back to the Hawkeye Garage. I am Joe. This week's mountain bike video features my brand new 2021 Trek Roscoe 7, and I'm very excited to have it, and I'm very excited to tell you guys all about it. Stay tuned. Alright, yep, pretty self-explanatory. Brand new 2021 Trek Roscoe 7. Currently absolutely filthy because I have been riding it. So I thought I would kind of give you guys my first impressions, general overview of what the bike is, what the components are and stuff, how I've been using it and how I've been finding it. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? Starting down here at the back, we have a SRAM SX drivetrain. It is a 1x12 system. I couldn't really tell you what the tooth count is on the rear cassette. I don't know, but I can tell you on the crank it is a round, not oval, 30 tooth narrow wide chainring, hence the 1x12. The SRAM SX drivetrain, so far I'm finding it adequate, is about all I can say. I know SRAM doesn't use a clutch derailleur. It has like a spring tensioner to help with chain slap. That's fine. Honestly, I think my lower end, Alivio or Altus, whatever shifter it is on my Giant, and my 9-speed Shimano Dior non-clutched derailleur is a much more smooth drivetrain. Maybe that's 1x9 versus 1x12 thing. I don't know, but it's okay. Shimano MT200 disc brakes, 160 mil in the back and 180 mil in the front. They are 2-piston calipers and they're fine. They are introductory level 2-piston hydraulic brakes. They're definitely better than cable brakes. Yeah, I got really no complaints about that. It took them a little while to get bedded in. They were extremely noisy, and now they're pretty much bedded in, and I can lock them up pretty good, and no real complaints there. On the back, real quick, there is kind of this grumbling amongst Roscoe owners over the last couple years about the rear hub being garbage. So far mine's been okay. I can tell you it does not sound good enough for a bike of this price. I know everyone's all about rear hub sound these days, and although this is not the most expensive bike, it's definitely not the cheapest, and whether or not that hub implodes or goes bad under the 1-year warranty remains to be seen, but I can tell you sound definitely not good enough. And the engagement is, I don't know what it is, like it must be like a 3-pulse. I haven't looked into it because it kind of depresses me. The engagement is super laggy. Oh yeah, something else that you may have noticed about the rear hub, which is also kind of weird on a bike kind of this caliber. Boost spacing with a quick release axle. A lot of guys have been replacing those wonky rear axles with through axle hubs and then running an adapter with the quick release, which is like, I don't know, what, a quarter of a step better than just running the quick release. I don't know. A lot of it just has to do with being able to get a much higher end hub that, of course, isn't available with quick release. We have some 40 mil Bontrager tubeless ready wheels. These are 40 mil wide wheels. It's a 27.5 inch wheel bike, if you didn't know. And it is they are tubeless ready. I'm not running tubeless yet. I have the stuff to do it. I just haven't gotten around to doing it, even though I really want to get rid of all of that inner tube weight, because there's got to be a lot of it on these 2.8 inch wide tires. Maxxis Recon, front and rear, they're the same, and like I said, 2.8 width. Really, I like them a lot. I've been riding the bike on the road a lot, just kind of getting used to it, trying to get myself back into a little bit better shape before the season really kicks in. and I'm really surprised on the amount of rolling resistance and the amount that they wash speed off on the road and off-road. But the tread pattern's not that aggressive, you know, especially compared to my DHRs that I have. Yes, they're wider, and I've, you know, pumped them up quite a bit for riding on the road, but they are really noisy, and you do not carry your momentum very much. They really wash the speed off. I have went ahead and switched the plastic garbage pedals that were on this to a set of race face Chesters, of course. So we have a Bontrager dropper post. I think this is a 150 mil dropper post, and a Bontrager seat. Already got the seat scuffed up pretty good there for a couple spills I've taken. But other than that, it's as comfortable as a mountain bike seat can be, really. I'll probably just leave that alone. Jumping forward real quick with the dropper, another complaint that I had with this bike was the dropper lever was also garbage. It was all just plastic, just junk. So I have switched that over to a P&W one, which is fabulous. I have switched the 160 mil bars out to 180 mil width bars, and they are 35 mil mount race face bars. I didn't really intend to go 35 mil, but that's what happens when you don't read the entire description of what you're buying. But anyway, I wanted to switch to a shorter stem also because it originally comes with a 60 mil stem, and I wanted a shorter one. So I went ahead and got the matching race face stem. I believe that one's 50 mil, would have preferred 40, but so far 50's doing the trick. Pretty happy with that. Also have switched over, this had nice grips on it, I just didn't personally like them. So I've put my gold standard go-to, and everyone else's, it seems to be, P&W grips on there, purple, because why not? Added a few other purple accents in case you haven't noticed already. And I also have added one of my DIY fender guards that I cut out and zip tied on there. Part of the reason I went 7/6, Roscoe 7/6, is because of the fork. The 7 is bumped up to a RockShox Judy air fork, and it is actually, it's 120 mil. I had to double check. 120 mil travel fork, which is really good. 130 would be awesome. But it is a tapered head tube, which is fantastic. This has a lockout on it, although it doesn't actually lock out 100%. It's like 95% lockout, 98% lockout. Anyway, it's kind of handy when I'm tooling around on actual city streets. And of course, up front, we also have a 15 mil through axle. It's boost spacing, front and rear. Also awesome. What can I tell you about the bike? It has taken some getting used to the 2.8s over what I've been running, which is 2.4s. Obviously, it doesn't feel quite as nimble, I guess, but the more I ride it each time, the more I'm learning to kind of chuck it around and really take advantage of those the tire width and lean into the turns a little bit more. Obviously, like I said earlier, you wash quite a bit of speed with the wide tire, and around here where a lot of it is flat and we're having to make up whatever speed we've lost by pedaling, I'm hoping with going to tubeless and getting rid of the inner tube weight, that will make a fairly substantial difference. And it very well may. And overall, I'm really happy with the bike. Going over the little jumps that I've been doing, it lands really good. I think I need to take a little bit of air pressure out of the fork, and I've been running between 18 and 20 pounds in the tires. Again, once I get a tubeless, I think I can probably run between 15 and 18 and have a little bit more cushion there. If there's anything else you are curious about the Trek Roscoe 7, feel free to comment down below with your questions or email me, hawkeyeskunkworks@gmail.com, and I'll do the best I can to answer your questions. if you are thinking about purchasing one. If you're local to me and you want to look at it firsthand and not in a retail environment, hit me up. We'll go ride together. Other than that, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. And if you are new to the channel, you probably don't know that I normally drop videos every Sunday on, well, let's face it, usually it's 4x4 stuff. Third gen in the background right now, usually it's my GX470 sitting there. It's at the shop getting worked on professionally right now. We'll touch on that in another video. But I have been doing mountain bike videos on Wednesday nights. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the trek and the mountain bike content. Trying to do that as much as possible around here. We'll see what else I've got coming down the chute for that in the near future. And of course, be sure to turn the notifications on for Wednesdays and Sundays videos. Hit that back catalog to see all of my other mountain bike builds and 4x4 builds. And until Sunday, thank you for watching. Take care. Goodbye.